Welcome to One Shot for Business Analytics, which is precisely called as One Bar. I am Abhirami. I have done my bachelor's in statistics and master's in actuarial science. The main objective of this YouTube channel is to help people understand the statistical concepts and how to use programming languages like R and Python for data science. So our first video is on regression. So this video is divided into two parts. The first part, I'll be taking you through the concepts of regression. In the second part, how to build a regression model using Python. What is regression? So regression is used to measure the relationship between a response variable and one or more predictors. So the relationship helps in predicting the values of the response variable. So here you will have a question on what is response variable and predictors. So response variable can also be called as independent variable. The variable which we are trying to predict is called response or a dependent variable. So this is also otherwise called as target variable or regressor. And independent variable or predictor variable is a variable which has a direct influence on the target variable or output. So this independent variable is also called as explanatory variables or predictors. For a better understanding on dependent and independent variables, look at the example on predicting the price of an insurance policy using policyholders' age and their health conditions. Here, the dependent variable, as you all know, is price, and the independent variables are age and the measure of health conditions. So now let's move on to when and where to use regression. So regression is a statistical technique which is widely used in fields like finance, investment and many other disciplines as well. And the regression method can be used only if the response variable is of data type numeric. Now let's look at types of regression. There are two types of regression. One is simple linear regression, the other one is multiple linear regression. As the name suggests, simple linear regression will involve only one predictor or independent variable. Whereas in multiple linear regression, we'll have two or more independent variables. Now let us look at the mathematical equation of our regression types. Simple linear regression is y is equal to beta naught plus beta x plus e. Whereas multiple linear regression is y is equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x1 plus beta 2 x2 up to beta n xn plus an error term. And here y represents the dependent variable and x represents the independent variables or predictors, and beta naught since it's a straight line relationship, beta naught is must, it's nothing but our intercept, and beta 1 up to beta n is nothing but the slope. Here it is called as the coefficient of independent variable, which explains how much dependent variable increases or decreases by a unit increase or decrease in the explanatory or predictor variable. So E is the regression residual. So let's move on to our linearity assumptions. So one cannot directly jump into building a linear regression model. So even if their response variable is in data type numeric, they should apply certain checks to verify if the assumptions of linearity holding true to their data set. If all the four assumptions are holding true, then they are good to conduct a linear regression model. So the four assumptions are linear relationship, second is independence, third is homoscedasticity, and fourth is normality. So in linear relationship, there must be a linear relationship between the independent variable and the dependent variable. And the second one is independence. There should be no or less correlation, less linear relationship between the predictors. For your better understanding, let me take my previous example on pricing a health insurance, pricing an insurance policy. So we decided to price that insurance policy using age and the health condition of the policy holder. So here see one of the health condition parameter, maybe whether he is a diabetic or non-diabetic patient, and his age. If there is any correlation existing between age and the diabetic condition, then we'll have to remove any of these variable. We have to drop any one of these variable. Either you can drop the diabetic condition variable or the age variable. So whichever according to your requirement, you can drop any one of it. If you add both of them in your model, then your model won't be rigid. So in order to avoid that problem, you will have to drop any one of these. So there are few tests we can use in the future in order to test whether they are multicollinear or not. So then the third one is homoscedasticity. The residuals have constant variance at every level of x. And last is normality, or the error term. The E term should follow standard normal distribution with mean 0 and variance 1. So from now on we'll move on to our Python notebook. There I will demonstrate you how to build a linear regression model using the data which I collected. By now you're actually familiar with that data which I was discussing in the previous slides and also in this slide, which is nothing but our pricing insurance policy data. With all our linearity assumptions being met, and after building the linear regression model, one has to, the regression model which has been built should be evaluated using the metrics available. So there are three best metrics to evaluate regression model. One is R squared value. So let's see what is R squared value. See, R squared value measures how much of variability in a dependent variable can be explained by the model. It is just a square of correlation coefficient, and precisely it is a statistical measure of how close the data points are to the fitted regression line. So normally the formula is 1 minus summation yi minus y hat I the whole square divided by summation yi minus y bar the whole square. So here yi is our original data point and yi hat is the predicted data point, like the value which has been predicted using the model which we built, so which has been built. So here the numerator is the variability explained by the regression model, the straight line equation, and the denominator is the total variability in x. This total variability is just the deviation from the mean. It's just the deviation from the mean. So how much the data point, how much our original data point deviates from the mean. So that is the total variability. In short, it can also be written as 1 minus sum of squares of error divided by total sum of squares. The second best metric to evaluate a linear regression model is adjusted R square. Even though R square is a good measure to determine how well the model fits the dependent variables, however, it does not take into consideration of overfitting problem. So here a regression model, if a regression model has many independent variables, it happens to overestimate the model. So the overestimation can fit very well to the training data set, but it will perform really bad in case of testing data. So in this case, adjusted R square will penalize the additional independent variables added to the model and adjust the metric to prevent the overfitting issue. So in short, it can be explained as, if adjusted R square value decreases with increase in number of normally if number of predictor increases, the R square value increases. So in that case, if the increase in R square value does not let the adjusted value increase, then it means that there are some predictors which does not have a linear relationship with the dependent variable. So in that case, there are a lot of non-explainable predictors in the model which can overfit our model. So it's better to check adjusted R square we if there are any if we have any idea of including more more predictors into a model. So the formula for adjusted R square is R square adjusted R square is equal to 1 minus 1 minus R square n minus 1 divided by n minus p minus 1. So here n is nothing but the number of observations, number of cases. P is the number of predictors. So this is the formula which is used for R square, adjusted R square on training data set. The third best metric to evaluate a regression model is root mean square error. So while R square is a relative measure of how well the model fits independent variables, the mean square is an absolute measure of the goodness for the fit. So here it's this mean square error is calculated by the sum of square of prediction error, which is real output minus the predicted output, and then we are dividing it by the number of data points. Here it is the RMSE is just a root square of mean square error. So RMSE values are expected to be as low as possible. So when compared with the base RMSE model, so this RMSE model on test data should be lower than the RMSE value, the base RMSE value, because always the residual must be less. Always the error existing in a model should be less. How much ever the error is less, then the model is the model is considered to be the best model. And here, say as you all can see, the formula is just for RMSE on test data, it's yi, the origin, the real output minus yi hat, which is the predicted output, the whole square divided by n, the whole root. And for the base model, considering mean as the best estimate, the real output minus mean of the test data whole square divided by n, the whole term is square rooted. So while comparing these two values, if RMSE test happens to be less than RMSE base, then RMSE test is considered to be the model which we built is considered to be the best model. So all these things we'll be seeing, we'll be able to see in our use case, which I'll be showing you in the next part of the video. Thanks for watching this video. Please continue to watch the second video, because there I'll be giving you I'll be explaining you how to conduct a linear regression model using Python Jupyter Notebook with a data set which I have downloaded from Kaggle. So with this we have come to an end of this video. If you have any doubts related to the theories which has been taught here, you can just write it in the comment section below. The part 2 of this video is coming soon, where I will demonstrate how to build a linear regression model using Python. So stay tuned until then. Please like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.